If you are about to start taking music lessons and maybe you are wondering which is better, to go with a private lessons or to a music school, well, in this video we are going to talk about it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ilse Lozoya. I'm a music teacher, online educator, and I have created this video especially for you because through my teaching experience, I have seen this, I have analyzed this, and sometimes people ask me, which is better? Should I take my child to a music school, a music academy in my town or my city, or it's better to go and try to find a private teacher? Well, I'm going to tell you which I believe are the conveniences, good things, and what not so good about both choices. So I'm talking about my experience. I have the experience that I have been teaching more than 20 years now, 20 years on music academies and private lessons. So this is what I have learned in my experience. Okay, let's talk about a music academy. The good thing of taking or you going to a music academy or taking your children to a music school is that maybe you have, the whole system. You have a lot of classrooms, you have many instruments. If you are taking piano lessons, you are going to have, better pianos. You maybe have a grand piano and many pianos, right? Maybe you're going to have access to a different type of classes. Maybe you have a choir or maybe groupal, groupal sessions, and you can, besides your weekly or whatever lesson. This is important. Sometimes you can have a huge event. Maybe once a year you have a huge recital and you go to a theater. So this is very, very good. And it's so inspiring as well, right? And you have the community. You can meet another students and you can have friends and you have the access to this, the community. Now let's go to the inconveniences, which is not recommended to a music school. The inconvenience is that sometimes you cannot control, for example, who's going to be your teacher, right? The music offers you classes, then you have a teacher that the music academy decides who is going to teach you, and maybe next week or after a couple of months something happens, the teacher is not there, not working there anymore, or have problems with the schedule, and now you have another teacher. And this is very common. And it's something that is really not cool, right? You get to the class and no teacher, and your teacher is not there, and now you have another teacher. So this is an inconvenient, right? And sometimes you cannot really have a very personalized system because the teacher has to follow all the recommendations from the music academy. There are rules, and so you cannot really go, there are limits, right? In your relation with the teacher, and the teacher really can not give maybe some personalized recommendations because it has to follow the system of the school. And sometimes, which is I think is really not a good idea, sometimes offer you the music academy can offer you, and you have to be aware of this, really. Sometimes they can offer you lessons, and it's a group of lessons. You have like 5 or 6 music students there, and maybe it's piano lessons, and they don't give you the attention that you deserve and you need as a student. So if you are wondering and you're about to take lessons in a music school, make sure that you or maybe your children is going to take private lessons. They're okay. Music academy, but only 1 student per teacher. That's the ideal, especially when talking about instrument. You can have maybe a choir session, or maybe something, like a workshop with many students. That's totally fine. But if you are taking an instrument classes, you need to have a private session. I mean, 1-to-1 teacher student. This is very important because you really you deserve all the attention from your teacher. That's very, very important. Okay, let's talk about having a private teacher. The good thing is that you can decide who's going to be your teacher. You can go directly to the teacher and ask, okay, I want you to teach me. Sometimes the teacher can go to your house, or you can go to the teacher's studio. And inconveniences, well, sometimes it's the same that it's good in the academy. It's not here, because sometimes it's just a private studio. You won't have many pianos, or you won't have a huge recital on a beautiful a huge theater. You won't have that because maybe the teacher has less students, right? Maybe the community is like 20-25 students, and so you won't have that. That's important. But the good thing is that you can decide, and sometimes can be very personalized. I mean, the teacher is going to adapt all the system, all the lessons to your needs or your children's needs. This is very important, right? And you can go directly, if something, do you want something to change, schedule or whatever, you can go directly to the teacher, and that can be changed. So what you need to do is think about who you are, how long have you been playing, or maybe your children, how old they are, and look at the choices. If you know teachers that offer private lessons in the place where you live, or how many, I mean, and what type of music academies are where you go, right? If you can go, if theirs is not too far, the type, or too expensive, or whatever. You have to look at the choices. This is very important, because if you want to go and have all the beauty of the music academy, but maybe the music academy that is in your place, one in your city or your town, it's not good enough, maybe going to a private teacher is the best, right? This is very important. And the opposite. Maybe if where you live, you don't know a good private teacher, maybe going to a music academy it's better, right? So this is very important. So this is what you need to consider when you think about music academy or private teacher. If you found this video useful, if you think that this is good for somebody, well, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, and you can share this video to other people. You can click the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Also, you can check in the description of the video all of my free resources that I offer in my site and my Facebook community and everything, so you can be a part of my community of students or people that just are watching my videos and feel encouraged to be a better music student. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.